to the Elite Life Podcast with your hosts, Trisha and Kylee. Here, we guide you on a journey of personal and professional transformation, revealing the secrets to success. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, join us as we unlock the doors to the elite world of growth, grit, and grace. So, let's dive in.
Hello, lovely listeners, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Elite Life Podcast. I'm your host, Trisha, and I am joined by the amazing Kylee. How's it going, Kylee?
It's going great, thanks, and I'm super excited about today's topic. In this competitive real estate market, every agent out there is looking for ways to secure more listings. So today we're going to dive deep into strategies for doing just that.
Sweet. Yeah, in this tight market, it's so important, more important than ever, to stand out and get those listings. So let's start with the biggest question that's on every realtor's mind. How do we get more listings?
Well, that's a great question. I'm glad that you asked. Thank you for asking that, Trisha. So the first step is to build and maintain a strong online presence. Nobody's at the mall anymore. We're not handing out flyers. So you want to make sure that you are easily discoverable by potential sellers. And that means having an engaging website, a professional social media presence, and using the online advertising effectively. We've talked about Google, what did Andrew tell us about? Google ads, setting up your Google business page alone. I mean, we get so many calls to Stars Academy every month just from like all organic, straight from our Google business page, just for example.
Yeah, that's right. In today's digital age, people turn to the internet for everything, including finding real estate.
That's right.
So having an informative website with high quality photos and engaging content is a must. I actually just redid our website. I love it. It's amazing. I'm excited to send
I'm so amped.
EliteRealtyMI.com. But don't forget about your social media too, because that's where you can really showcase your expertise and create a personal connection with potential clients. We were at a family event this weekend, and a couple of Dave's cousins came up to me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I see you on Facebook. You're just killing it. We know if we want to buy or sell a house, like we got to come to you. Like everything's going so good." And I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
So, you know you're doing a good job when long lost cousins come up in the bathroom and tell you you're doing a good job.
That's awesome. And, we cover a lot of this in depth through the Social Media Empire course on Stars Academy. We walk you through getting set up, crash course in branding, and how to revamp your message, as well as how to make content creation a total cinch. So you can head over to mystarsacademy.com, hit the store tab at the top, and check out Social Media Empire.
Yeah, Social Media Empire is such a great program. And I will say, like, I usually get at least $3 to $5 million worth of clients off of Facebook, not running Facebook ads, just using the tips that you teach on social media in my everyday practice of social media. And actually this year I started getting paid by Facebook and Instagram for my posts. Yeah, so if you want to learn these things, guys, jump on over there. Another critical strategy, though, is networking. Attend local real estate events, join industry organizations, connect with other professionals in your area, building relationships with other agents, mortgage brokers, attorneys. All of those things can lead to new referrals and new listings. We just got done with Halloween season, and I went to my dad's trunk or treat the day after our trunk or treat, and I had made these little discs with Elite Realty Fall Fast.
They're like mini frisbees.
Yeah, mini frisbees. And so we had some left over. I took them to the next trunk or treat. I was standing there talking to the pastor, and he's like, "Wait a minute. Are you the daughter that's the real estate guru that I come to buy or sell a house?" He's like, "Give me a card." And I like grab one of the discs out of the candy bucket. I'm like, "Here you go." And he's like, "Oh, this is awesome. All right, I'm going to call you. I want to get on your list. I want to get some properties."
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like you're always networking, right? You're at church, you're at an event, wherever you are, have your cards, have swag with your name and number on it. It's so good.
Yeah, and if you're not sure where to start, hitting social media and joining local community groups. So I'm part of the Waterford groups because that's where I live. Trisha's in the Clarkston groups because that's where she lives. Joining the local Chamber of Commerce is absolutely huge. So those are all really good basic places to start if you're really not sure where or how to get started.
Yeah, and don't underestimate the power of your existing network, like your past clients. They
Absolutely. Yo mama.
Yeah, I mean, they're a gold mine for your referrals. We had, like I was saying, we had that trunk or treat event, and one of my clients that I just closed on their home recently, she's about to have a baby any second, and so she posted.
Is she the one with the 6 kids?
Yes.
Oh, I met her. She's amazing. Yeah, I was telling her.
She's the sweetest.
Well, I told her, I was like, girl, you are killing them heels with that baby on the front. I'm telling you. And I said, I was talking to her about how I'm teasing Ryan about us having another kid, and she's like, and I'm like, well, my husband says, well, we have 3, so one more makes 4. That's 4 kids. She's like, this is number 6, so you tell him to come talk to me. I'm like, girl, right here.
Yep. She posted a photo and was like, this is our last picture as a family of 7. Little bump, we meet in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Great event with our favorite realtor and now lifelong friend, Trisha Dork. So it's like those social media shout outs for having those events and networking are everything, right? Like now all of her friends and family see that on her Facebook and they're like, oh my gosh, we're not lifelong friends with our realtor. Let's call this girl. She must be amazing, right?
And you are.
Aw, shucks.
But staying in touch, send them holiday cards and ask for referrals when the opportunity arises. Don't miss a chance to love on them so that they want to love on you back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was funny because when the pastor came up and he was saying that, like, oh, are you the real estate agent? I'm like, yeah, do you want to buy or sell a house? And his wife was standing there and was like, maybe. And she's like, man, you just come right out with it. I'm like, well, the answer is always no if I don't ask the question.
Exactly. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And that also brings me to targeted marketing. So instead of casting a wide net, and you talk to the team about this a lot, excuse me, focus your marketing efforts on your ideal clients and know your target market, create marketing materials that resonate with them. So instead of sending out 500 flyers in the mail, maybe you find a neighborhood that's in that price point, that's in that area that you really want to connect with and you want to be the realtor for that neighborhood. Maybe there's 100 houses in there, so instead of going wide, you go deep on those 100 houses. And every month you're sending them a letter or a flyer or inviting them to a community event or, sending them pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving. Those are all really great ways to get in front of your ideal clients.
Yeah, absolutely. I closed in one of those subdivisions where all the houses look the same, like how my old house was, where all the houses look the same.
Yeah.
And so this brings me to the next point too, which is like great photography. You have to have a great professional photographer. Home staging can be a super big help. I will tell you, when I was looking for this house, there were a lot of like actual multi-million-dollar homes I didn't even go see because the pictures were that bad. And I'm like, I don't even want to see the house. I don't want to work with this
What
agent.
she wanted to do was call the listing agent and ask him what his problem is.
I wanted to go knock on the door of his seller and be like, do you know that this is how your house is being represented? Like your realtor is
doing you a disservice.
Yeah, they're taking cell phone photos and you can see him in the mirror in the bathroom,
Ugh, it's appalling.
Yeah, but having those good photos and then using your marketing. I just sold a house in Fenton. All the houses look the same. Dave had taken amazing front picture. I used that on, had Kim put it onto postcards. And so now like people are going to see that house. Well, all the houses look the same. So it looks just like their house, right? And I'm like, I just sold this house in your subdivision and I'd love to sell yours too for this price, because he got like, I had just sold them that house 2 years ago. Dang. And they made over $100,000.
Shut your face hole.
Nope.
Stop it.
Yep. So they were pumped. And I know that when their neighbors see it, they're going to be pumped.
Absolutely. So in this competitive market, having a unique selling proposition, your USP is crucial. Identify what sets you apart from other agents in your area, because like we've said before, we're in a game where, we're in a game where you could throw a rock and hit a real estate agent. So it's really going to come down to your knowledge of a specific neighborhood or your exceptional negotiation skills or a track record for fast sales, or maybe you've got a STARS certification because you've gone through the STARS Academy program. You really want to showcase what makes you different from everybody else who's hitting these people up trying to get their listing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always say also, like, consider partnering with some local businesses, because this not only supports the community, but it can also lead to mutual referrals. So, like, I always talked about how I got tons of people from my CrossFit gym, and that's because the coaches and the people there were always like, yeah, you know, Trish does real estate. She's in our gym. Go talk to her. And I always, like, every single person that I would come into contact with that's looking for a gym, still, I'm like, go to Grand Trunk CrossFit. Like, they're the best. So being a part of those networks and always referring people, a girl I met from there, she's an orthodontist. So anytime somebody needs an orthodontist, I'm like, oh, call Chrissy.
Nice.
And, you know, you build that network and you feed each other. That's one of the reasons why I like CrossFit gyms. That's one of the reasons why we do our business the way we do, because we take care of each other, you know, and that's super helpful for everybody involved.
Yeah, you've got it, T. And those are some really fantastic strategies to get more listings in this tight real estate market. Our listeners are going to be super motivated. And now that you guys are armed with this incredible insight, these great tips, I am super curious to see how you implement them. So drop us a line, leave a comment wherever you're listening, and just tell us what you liked most about this list of amazing ideas and how you plan on implementing them. Or maybe you're already working these and they're working really great for you. Or maybe you have an idea that we didn't touch on that you want to share. Share with the class, please.
Yeah, it's all about continuous improvement and adapting to the ever-changing market conditions. I always tell everybody, there's always gonna be something. There's always gonna be something. So, and then, like I said, remember that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. You have to be asking, do you want to buy a house? Do you want to sell a house? When's the last time when's the last time you asked 3 people if they thought about selling their home? Now I can say this weekend, right?
Right.
What can you say though, right? You have to be constantly asking people all the time.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be salesy. I mean, like when I'm going through our database, because we are shifting CRMs right now, so I'm going through my database, just cleaning everything up, trying to connect with everybody whose lease is coming to an end, or who is still looking for a house. And, you know, if they're not ready, I always, if they tell me on the phone, no, I'm not ready, or I have to stay for another year, or I need to go through credit repair. Great. Do you know anybody who is? I'm super interested in helping 3 more people with housing needs within the next 30 days. Give me a name, give me a number, give me an email address.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, friends, that's what we have for today. Go take a re-listen, share it with one of your realtor friends. That's what the community is all about in real estate too, is helping each other. We collaborate. Collaboration is how we all get to the closing table. It's how we all get paid, and it's how we keep this world spinning around. So thank you for joining us on another exciting episode of the Elite Life Podcast. We hope you're feeling inspired and ready to take on the real estate world.
Yeah, join us next time. Hit that subscribe button. We drop fresh content every Thursday. So we'll see you next week here on Elite Life.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us today on the Elite Life Podcast with Trish and Kylee. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend so we can keep delivering you more fantastic insights on grit, grace, and growth. Stay connected with us on Instagram and Facebook, where we'll keep the ideas flowing to help you build a life you love and leave a legacy you can be proud of. Until next time.